Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Stanton and I'll be your instructor for Chemistry 111A this semester. I hope you've had a wonderful summer and are ready for a great semester. I just wanted to introduce myself and give you a little bit more information about the course, so hopefully that takes some of the anxiety away about starting a new semester. So go ahead and watch the video, and it takes you through the syllabus and what to expect, and that way you can figure out what questions you have and we can talk about them on the first day. Or you're welcome to email me. I am very excited to meet you, and I will see you soon. First page, we have just a little more information about the course. We have the time and room here. I'll be teaching the lecture, and Dr. Umenu will teach the lab component of the course. He is an amazing resource, so please ask him lots of questions. Make sure you're utilizing that time. You can read this on your own time, but why are we learning chemistry? You may or may not be studying chemistry, but it still is going to provide a lot of good problem-solving skills, so you can read that on your own time. And here's a little bit more about me and my teaching philosophy, why I love what I do. On the side, you have my email. I usually respond pretty quickly, so that's a great way to reach me. You can call my office phone, but I'm generally moving around, so the best way is by email. Here's my website. There are some more resources on there if you click on the 111 tab. I urge you to join our Remind group. So this way you can send messages via text to either just me or to our class as a whole, and none of your information will be known by anyone else. All of that will remain private, but that's also a great way to reach me. So if you want to, before class starts, you can go ahead and set up your account, and you're more than welcome to ask me questions. Here are my office hours. I really like to call them drop-in hours. Think of this as your time to come in. You can ask whatever you like. You can come in as a group. You can come in by yourself, but this is really your time. So if you're having questions, even if it seems like the smallest concept, come in and ask questions. If you cannot make my office hours, please just let me know and we can try to figure out another time for us to meet. I'm pretty flexible with that. Here you can read this on your own, but about learning outcomes, a description of the course. The most important part of this page is going to be what you need for the course. So the textbook, Connect, so it's sold as a bundle. You're more than welcome to buy it on its own as well, but this will be our online homework resource. You need a non-programmable scientific calculator, so not the expensive TI 83, 84. You won't be allowed to use those on tests and quizzes. So make sure you go out and just get an inexpensive, non-programmable scientific calculator. The problem-solving set that's sold in the library, or the bookstore rather, that's optional, but more practice is great, so you're more than welcome to get that, but it's not required. So if you want to share with someone else, that's a good way to do it. Some of the lessons we're going to be doing will be flipped. So you'll learn some concepts at home, watch a video, do some pre-questions, and then that will give us a lot more time in class to work through problems and work together. So you've already signed up for a TED account if you're watching this video, but some of our other lessons will be done in this way. So you want to make sure you are familiar with that. For lab, you'll need the lab manual. You'll need a lab notebook. For the safety goggles, you want to make sure they have the full side shields. So I have a picture of these here. They're the big, uncomfortable ones. I know they're the ones that give you circles around your eyes, but it's evidence you've been working hard in lab. And it protects your eyes well, so make sure you get those. Make sure you have closed-toed shoes. You're welcome to wear a lab coat or apron, but that's optional. You don't have to wear those. Here's a little bit more information about my grading policy. We're going to be doing some startup assignments. So these can be found on Canvas, and I'll show you where to find those in a moment. But this is getting you in the habit of reading, or at least looking through the chapter before you come to lecture. So that way the learning can start before we even go over a topic in class, and seeing the information multiple times is really going to help us learn the material. So what you'll do for these is you'll look through the chapter. You may not have the opportunity to read all of it, but at least some of it. And you have some questions to kind of guide you through and point out the most important information. So they have due dates. I'll show you in a moment, but you want to complete all of these. So it will help you come in prepared and make the most of your lecture time. I know all of our time is valuable, so I want to make the most of our lecture time. The way it'll be graded is basically it's complete or incomplete, or you don't have it at all. And even though it's only a small percentage of your grade, that constant practice and looking at information before we go over it in lecture is going to be important. For homework, that's going to be online. So that's going to be via Connect. And we have a link to it already in Canvas. So it's embedded in Canvas. I'll show you that. For exams, we're going to have 3 exams and 3 lecture quizzes and a cumulative final exam. So there's no drop exam and there are no makeups for this. I want you to keep in mind that both your laboratory component and your average exam score have to be at least 60% to pass the course, because we want to make sure you're prepared if you're going into 111B. I'll leave this for you to read on your own, and you have the percentage breakdown here. I'll also leave this for you to read on your own, but a few tips for success. I also have a handout on study tips on Canvas, but I can't stress enough to attend office hours. Again, this is your time and you can ask me whatever you like. We can work through problems together, but come in early. Come in the first week of class if something is not making sense. We also have free tutoring that's available, and once we have the schedule, I'll go ahead and post that and I'll make an announcement about it, but utilize it. It's free. Here is a tentative lecture schedule. So you have an idea of what we'll be talking about each day. You also have what's due. So you have your startup assignment, and I'll show you again where to find that, or your homework assignment that's due online. You have that information there. You have information about when your quizzes are, and when we get closer to those dates, I'll let you know what topics are going to be covered on quizzes and exams. All right, we have some important dates here, so make sure you take a look at that. For your lab component of the course, you have some information here, and then Dr. Yaminu will go into a lot more detail about what to expect and guidelines for writing lab reports. Okay, more information about safety, so I'll leave it to you to read through this on your own, but safety is going to be so important in lab. You'll talk about it more on the first day. Okay, I want to take a moment to look at some of the resources. So let's look at Canvas first. So when you log into Canvas, this is what you'll see. You have a reminder of my office hours and only a few tabs, the most important ones. You can connect to our online homework here. We have files, so you can click there, and it's organized by exams, practice handouts, lectures. So for anything that I have lecture slides, I post those, and you have the syllabus here. The other important tab is going to be modules. So everything is organized by a chapter. You have some information here as an intro, and then it's organized by chapter. So something I would do if you want to get a jump start on the material is look at chapter 1 and look at what's posted under this module. So a lot of it is review of introductory chemistry. You have some TED Ed lessons. It's a good way to see where you are and see what material you need to review. And it has some follow-up questions just like this video that will be helpful. There's also a link to some math review, and then Khan Academy has some great videos, great resources in general, especially with unit conversions. We're going to be doing a lot of unit conversions, so I have a link to a resource video there. And also we need to remember SI unit prefixes that we may not have looked at in a while. So there's a link to a Quizlet app, and you can pull that up on your phone. If you have 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, you can test yourself. So that's a great way to get a jump start on the material. I would actually look at the first few chapters and look at that material. So that's pretty much it in Canvas. Those are the main tabs. Once we start having exams and quizzes, then I'll be posting more under files. Let's also look at Connect. Once you log in with your access code, you'll have this home screen, and pretty much all of the assignments are available to you. Our syllabus, the last page has a list of resources available to you on campus. We really want you to be successful, so there's pretty much something for everyone. If you don't see something on the list and you're looking for a particular resource, just let me know and I can figure out what we have available. So definitely utilize this. Our classroom learning environment, I'll leave it to you to read the rest of it. The main thing I want to point out is my cell phone policy. So I want you to be present when you're in class. So you're more than welcome to have your cell phone out at your desk. I realize sometimes you need to have access to your phone. If you have kids or you're maybe expecting a call, that's fine. And you're welcome to step out if you need to take a phone call. But if I see you actively on your phone doing something unrelated, I will ask you to leave because it affects your focus and the people around you as well. So the last thing on this page is just a little something about chemistry, so something to look forward to as we go through the course. So I'll leave that to you to read. Again, if you have any questions, please email me or send me a text on Remind, and I will see you soon.